It is Tequila Talks and Vodka Visits. I am your co-host, Rosalind Thibodeau.
And I am Nikki Davis.
And it is cold outside.
It is cold, although I am dressed for the summer. But
we're inside.
Hot flashes, so I'm hot all the time.
We're inside.
We're inside.
Yes. And it's going to be cold for like a minute because it's Louisiana and it's hot. It was hot for Christmas.
Yes.
It's hot through most of January, but now it's cold.
And now we don't know how to prep for the cold weather because we're not used to it. So we had that blizzard last year that the whole world shut down for, at least
for us.
For us.
We couldn't
leave our house. We couldn't go to the grocery store. They wanted us to stay off the roads.
The cold weather is a pain in my existence. One, I have the hiccups, y'all. One, I hate the cold just in general. But two, I don't know where I find my tenants, but none of my tenants know how to prepare for the cold. So I get nervous when it starts to get cold because busted water pipes, everybody needs you now.
Heater's not working, all this stuff.
You don't provide heat in most.
You don't. She is a landlord. You have how many units?
I now have 63 doors.
63
doors. Yeah.
You had more.
We were at 87 for years and years, but we are down to 63 doors, units, whatever. And the reason I'm hesitant is because I'm thinking I got rid of the trailer park on January 1st, but technically I still have it. I'm doing a lease purchase with somebody.
Gotcha.
So technically I still have it, but I'm not having to worry about those doors. So
the new buyer,
the new buyer is their landlord
is maintaining those until
of those 60 something, the mass majority are mobile homes in very low income areas, and the rent. I'm gonna put this in perspective. I'm gonna tell you, the rent on these averages about $600 a month. So if you go, that's nothing. If you go online and you look up a place to live for $600 a month, you're not getting much. And I'm only saying that because we're be talking about it gets cold. And no, I don't provide heat, but it's $600 a month. So I do provide. My feet are falling asleep. I do provide window units. So because it's hot, it's. The heat is
fight off the heat more than the cold.
And I do make repairs, and these are my rules. The property has to be safe and secure. That's my rules. So safe on the inside, you can't be tripping on stuff or
exposed.
You can't have soft floors, exposed wire, none of that kind of safe. And then secure, obviously the windows and the doors have to shut and lock, and those things. So those are my rules. But wintertime comes and these pipes bust, and I've gradually over the years I've been changing to PEX.
What is that?
It's just a different type of pipe.
Is it an insulated pipe, or
it's just a better pipe? The PVC cracks.
Yes,
and a lot of these mobile homes are PVC, but it is. The thing about having to go fix their pipes is you then have to see how they live. And you guys, if I have any tenants watching this may not be specifically to you, okay? So don't be starting sending me all kind of nasty shit about calling out my tenants. But some of y'all are gross. Some of y'all are disgusting. And I think I'm gonna clip it in here for those of you that are watching the podcast and not just listening to it. Because if y'all see the shit the literal shit.
Literal SHIT. I have seen pictures of it smeared on the walls.
I'm not a millennial. I do not say literally, figuratively. When I say literal, it is literal shit. And not just once or twice. It is very commonplace for me to go into a property and there is poop, not stuff. Shit. Poo. Actual literal shit everywhere. So I don't like the winter. Although I will say an abandoned house.
I would rather go and see the shit during the winter when it's cold than when it's hot, because
An abandoned house in the winter is way better
Better
than
than
an
an
abandoned
abandoned
house
house.
in the summer. Because, ooh, those smells.
And the flies and the maggots and
Girl, do you remember I'm going to find pictures. Do you remember the rat house?
don't recall.
I had this trailer, and I call it the rat trailer now, because when the people moved out and my guys went in there to clean it out,
You still had inhabitants there.
there were 5-gallon buckets. We had 3 5-gallon buckets filled with dead rats.
Ew.
And not that
in the house.
In the house. My guys didn't find dead rats and put them in the 5-gallon buckets. They were just 5-gallon buckets in the house with dead rats in it.
Why not throw them outside?
I don't know. Maybe they were worshiping the rats. I don't know. But it was so bad. There were dead rats everywhere. That's the same house that had the knife stabbed in the wall.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. This is what I deal with. So this is what I'm about to deal with. And I do, as you know, I'm going to tell you that I don't do a whole lot of hands-on with the properties except in the winter, because when the pipes start busting, to an extent, I'm a slumlord, but I don't want you to have to go without water. So when the pipes start busting, I don't have enough staff to do it all. And so I do
hands-on.
So far, every year, and I hope that this year is different, because I hope we don't have any busted pipes this year. But so far, every year I have been not staffed up well enough for me to not have to do it. So every year I am under a house fixing pipes.
Train your new assistant to help
Wouldn't
you.
she
Can you
love
imagine?
And I think for you to get a full picture, I think we're gonna put up a little picture of Keegan somewhere right here, so you can get the full imagine Keegan under a house fixing
in
some
the
pipes.
dirt.
I think she'll be sick. She'll be sick that whole week.
Did I tell you that she doesn't like bugs, dead or alive? My little city girls, they don't like bugs.
She won't even go and, like, if I want her to, like, drive to see if if it looks like people moved out. I'm not going to put her in harm's way. Like, I don't make her serve evictions or anything, but if we have to go, and I'll go with her, if we got to go and check on a house, the tenant would call. I'm going to give you the perfect example. We had one, the tenant called and said they moved out. They left the key in the mailbox, whatever. So I had her come with me. She would not she wouldn't put both feet over the front door threshold. That was her. She put one foot and caught a little whiff of something.
My little ballerina.
She could see around the corner that
she's like, oh no.
It was in disarray. It wasn't in the best.
She needs a hazmat
condition,
suit.
and she just nope.
No.
And she had shoes on. I wasn't making her go barefoot, but nope. She was not going to walk around. She didn't want to see the extent, because I said, come, I need you to take pictures. And the pictures are really before and after, so I can see what my guys are doing, because I'm never gonna collect money from these people for the damages. She was like, no, I will hand you the camera. I will happily but I'm not.
Sounds like her, Miss Vogue herself. I don't think that she would
She's on her break. She's like, I'm on my break right now. I just came for the ride. I'm not walking in that. It's bad.
You've shown me pictures where they've gone in and they have ripped out all the wiring out of the walls or the copper piping or something. There was one house where it was gutted.
Well, wait.
Gutted.
The house that you're thinking about, listen. They attached what we think happened. We don't know what happened. They got a tractor or something and pulled the whole back wall. It was a mobile home, and we evicted the tenant, and the tenant, we assume, the tenant attached a truck or a tractor, or I think the neighbor told us at the time, but I don't remember. But I have to show the pictures. And pulled the entire back wall off of that trailer. So there was no more back wall. Took all the cabinets, the toilets, the sinks.
How dare you evict them for not paying their rent and allowing them to live there for free?
And I'm going to tell you, it was my fault, because they had been living there for free-ish. Like, they paid. This is what happens. I don't know about where everybody lives, but in this particular city, these properties are not in New Orleans. I do have some properties in New Orleans, but very little turnover on those, and they're nicer properties. They're not mobile homes, so maybe that's why. But anyway, in this city in New Iberia where these are, the rule is if you go and file an eviction, it's probably the same everywhere, but if you file for an eviction and you give them a notice and then they give you money, you have to start the eviction process
Again.
over. And so now I have, since these years, I have figured out a way to avoid that. But at the time, what was happening is I would serve them an eviction and then they would give me $20. And then the judge would say, but you accepted the $20. And they wouldn't give it to me because obviously I wouldn't accept. They would go deposit it into my bank account. And so obviously the bank would accept it. So that anyhow, it took me about 8 months to get them out. So 8 months they were living for free, with the exception of like $20 here, $20 there on $600 rent. And so, you get used to having something for free. You sure don't want to pay for it. Yeah, they got a tractor.
He said, well, you're not going to get any money for it because we will destroy it.
Y'all, being a landlord is fun. Not fun.
Fun.
Like,
what a capital M. The big M.
I have a job that I love. I really do. I like real estate. I like real estate in general. I like working with my clients and selling real estate. I'm getting into the HVAC thing. I think Nikki and I own a commercial HVAC company, but that's not fun. That was a financially responsible decision. We're adding a plumbing service to that. And again, that was just that's not fun. I would like to have a fun job. I thought landlording would be fun. You know why? Because I was like, in the beginning, I got a lot of enjoyment out of doing it myself.
You felt like you were doing a good service, I'm sure, at the time, putting people who were displaced into a home.
No, not even that. I felt the thing that I liked was if it broke, I could fix it. And then I could be like, it was broken, and look,
you fixed it.
I did that, and I got a lot of thrill out of that. I think I filmed a lot of videos, like because I did roofing work.
We have lots of videos of you digging trenches and
fixing sewer lines,
and
doing some minor electrical stuff. I don't know. This city will probably come give me a fine for not pulling permits for that now that I'm saying that. But I got a lot of fulfillment out of that for a long time because it was just so awesome that I could do that myself. And I am a licensed contractor. Although I did in 2026, I did not pay I dropped my general liability. So technically,
let me tell you one thing.
But I'm not a licensed electrician.
My dad and I, and then Matt jumped in to help finish up the job. But we changed out water heater not too long ago.
That's right. Y'all
took us 7.5 hours, and I am very proud. I have the bruises to prove it. I'm very proud of that. I don't want to do that on a daily basis.
But it felt good, right? It felt good to do it.
It felt good to out with the old, in with the new. It's working. I have hot water now. I don't want to do that on a day. It was a messy job. And it was hard.
The first few years, it felt good, and then, like I said, I'm a licensed contractor, so I'm putting my license to use, whatever. It felt good. But then after, and you feel good because you're saving money. You don't have to pay somebody to do something that you can do.
I'm all about saving those coins.
I know you are. And so then the rentals were way more profitable because I was doing so much by myself. Well, fast forward to now, 2026, I have a real estate company. I've always had not always, but for a while now, I've had my real estate brokerage. We've got the HVAC company. We're adding on the plumbing services. I'm still writing the books. So I cannot be fixing this stuff. And to be honest, the thrill of fixing it has kind of
fizzled out.
Every once in a while,
you get a challenge.
I still want to go and do it every once in a while. But for the most part, I'm leaving that to my handyman. But so at first, landlording was fun, but then it got disgusting. Not fun. It got disgusting, but not just disgusting. Remember the crime scene trailer?
Oh, wait. I think I remember a little bit about this. Refresh my memory.
Y'all, we had it, and I'm an awkward laugher. So if I laugh, please don't be making ugly comments because I'm not laughing at what happened. I laugh when
we laugh at morbid things
when
our
things
family,
are when
yes.
things are horrible or something, I
Oh, no.
smile and I giggle and I don't know. And also sometimes like when things are bad, I look away. Just so anyway, so this is what happened. We had this tenant, and she cooked her child in the stove. She cooked one of her children in the stove, and she tried to drown the other one.
Oh, goodness.
And there were 3 kids.
I don't remember this story.
One of them ran out of the house and got a neighbor, and so the police came. The I don't remember the girl or the boy, and I don't want to do it disservice, but one of them, the one that she tried to drowned. She succeeded at that, but the one that she cooked lived. And then was later adopted. So that kid has a happy ending. He was later adopted by a family out in Baton Rouge, and from what I understand, he's doing well. But here's what happened.
I want more details of that part, but I really don't.
Yeah.
Only because I have questions, but I really don't want to know because I won't get that image out of my mind.
But this is the part that, so I got into the rental business, sort of a long story, but I'm going to make a long story short. I have a business partner named Jack, and so Jack and I have these rentals, and so the police come. Obviously, it's crime scene. They take the whole thing up, and they take the stove. They take the stove because now it's evidence. It's crime scene evidence. Jack called the sheriff's department every single week to ask when we were getting that stove back. Because he wanted that stove back. And y'all, it was probably one of our biggest fights when I had to say, we are never getting that stove back.
We don't want that.
Let the fucking stove go. I will pay for a stove out of my freaking pocket. We are never getting that stove back. And fast forward to today, to 2026, we do not provide appliances either. So if you rent one of our, not in the trailers, we, in the nicer houses we do, but in the little $600 a month, we do not provide appliances. We don't provide stoves or refrigerators because we had gotten in such a huge fight about him wanting that back.
And it's a liability, obviously.
Honestly, so Jack, God bless my partner.
Landlords beware of the liability.
He is 83, 84 now, and we could do a whole podcast series on him. He is a hot fucking mess, a hot mess. But he has been a blessing in my life, but he is a hot mess. So yeah, he called and wanted that damn stove back. But we still.
Can you imagine the receptionist at the sheriff's department?
Oh,
that would get that call.
Can
you imagine?
Because
the
when I would have
conversations?
to go to it had spread all over the city. Because when I had to go to do evictions, when I'd go to the courthouse to serve the eviction, they would say,
"Did you get the stove back?"
Rosalind, you can't make him quit. You can't make him quit calling. Like, he's still calling about that stove. And keep in mind, you don't call the courthouse, the evictions office for the stove. Like, it was just circulating that this old man was so concerned about getting this stove back after that had happened. It was horrible. So yeah, being a landlord is not. And then after a while, you kind of start. So that one had children involved. So it's not him wanting the stove back is the funny part. But we've had other incidences, and now they're just kind of. So we had a townhouse in Lafayette, and the woman stabbed her boyfriend a bunch of times, murdered him on the stair.
What did he do?
I don't know, but I'm a
Roz, you can't come in with these stories and not give us the backstory. Like, I'm invested. I need to know.
And I'm going to probably get in so much trouble for this, but I'm going to tell you, so it was crime scene and we couldn't get in. And the police department, they don't clean that up. You got to clean it up after, but they don't give you access until later. So by the time they gave us access, like, everything was dried in there.
Ew.
And my guy, not by request of me, just on his own, went in there and painted over the blood splatter on the walls. Just painted over it. And then like carpeted over the stuff on the steps. So, and I sold that townhouse, by the way. I sold that townhouse. And he did not.
Full disclosure?
Well, there's nothing to disclose because here we're in Louisiana and we don't have to disclose death or murder. So there was nothing to disclose. And on our property disclosures, I think this might change if anybody is watching this, but our property disclosures don't ask about biohazard. They don't ask about exposure to blood or human
I mean, everybody
stuff,
will.
right? Because every house
Every
has,
house. I mean, cut your
has a
finger.
robo. But yeah, we painted over it and sold it. So, and there's every landlord out there has
Oh, I'm sure.
got a story. And there's ways to like, evictions are the worst because, we had the guy that pulled the whole wall off. Evictions are hard.
You know, they didn't just move the trailer.
Sometimes, this is a candle that I'm about to drink. Sometimes they don't leave. And so we have
You told me this story.
it was in a very bad neighborhood and they wouldn't leave. And so we had the eviction, we had the 24-hour notice, we had the eviction order called the marshal's office. The marshal said, basically, Rosalind, this is a dangerous situation. This person is a known felon and we can't risk our officers just for an eviction. You're going to have to ride it out. We're going to have to figure something out. We're going to talk to the judge. You're going to have to ride it out.
So they get their way, basically.
Yeah. So
they
get to live in the house for
they
free.
have no recourse because the officers don't want to go into this dangerous neighborhood to evict them.
That's right.
In
They don't want to go into this house with this guy and they think it's going to be a dangerous situation. And I get that. And so, but I wanted this trailer back. I wanted this property back. It was kind of the principle of it. And throughout this thing, let me tell you something. Throughout this thing, the woman that lived there would contact me after the eviction, knowing the marshal's office wasn't going. She'd contact me when things would break. She still wanted me to go fix things, even though she wasn't supposed to be there. And
you're living there illegally, honey. You're not entitled to any repairs.
So I took that to my advantage and I go in there I don't even remember, I think she had a leaky faucet. So I go in there to fix the faucet and I tell her, I said, oh, your door is dragging. The front door is dragging the bottom. Let me take it off. I'm going to go bring it to the shop and shave the bottom off for you and then I'll bring it back. So I took the front door and never came back with it. And even that little dangerous couple that the marshal's office would not go and evict would not stay in that neighborhood with no door. And so they left. They moved out.
Landlords out there, if you need help getting it tenanted out,
I'm gonna tell you what to do.
No harm,
no foul. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Louisiana, the health department will evict you if you turn the water off. I've also been known to take the toilets. Let me tell you what made me stop doing that.
But then you have poop on the wall.
So that's what happened. So that's what made me stop taking the toilets. Because I used to take the toilet when they wouldn't move out. And then, they didn't want to stay with no toilet and they would move. Well,
they showed you.
They would just poop in other places. So I quit doing that. But it's not
glamorous.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not glamorous.
You're not like Mr. Roper, are you?
No, you need a lot of them for it to be lucrative. You need a lot of them.
Well, what they say, little rentals, little problems, big rentals, big problems, or do I have that?
So listen, high return, high headache.
That's it.
High return, high headache. So these little trailers where I'm getting $600 rent.
Yeah, I knew I had it backwards.
Most of these trailers, a bundle of 30 of them came in a tax sale for $3,000.
Wow.
So 30 trailers for $3,000.
That's all return.
Yeah, that's a high return.
High headache.
High return is high headache. You get turnover, and some of them they've been there since God was a baby because you can't go anywhere else for $600 a month. But that doesn't mean it's not a headache. It's a headache. They call you 6 years in because they have a rat problem. Baby, you've been here 6 years. Those are your rats. Those are not my rats. What do you do? You're gonna go take care of the rat problem because it's still my house. I still want it to not be contaminated with rats, but they don't call you until
it's an issue. Not the first sign.
That's
when it's overrun with, and they have named them all.
They're their friends by then. They're their friends. It's long-term relationships with these roaches and these rats and whatever else. So it's not. It's prosperous. Now the ones that are low headache that I don't really deal with. I have some in better neighborhoods. I mean, I'm going to use that loosely, nicer neighborhoods, higher end neighborhoods, higher income areas. No headache, but very little return.
Right.
I have to pay a lot more for those properties, and the return is minimal.
Right.
Much, much less. But you keep them because. So here's some unsolicited real estate advice. You keep the good ones because that's the ones you can borrow against. That's your assets, that's your portfolio, and when you need assets for cash. Because the ones that make money will give you cash, but don't ever, ever, ever use your cash. Hold your cash. Turn your cash into gold, silver, platinum. If you don't believe that cash has any value, you can turn your cash into something, but don't use your cash. Use the bank's cash.
Yeah, and now I would think with the nicer houses, when things get really grim for you for whatever reason financially, and you've had it for years, they appreciate.
Yeah,
so then you can turn around and sell it and make a profit, and there's many different options.
The nicer houses, that's your portfolio, that's your security. And the lower homes, the higher return, that is your financial nest egg. That's where you're going to make your money.
Right.
The IRS doesn't need to know you're making money, though. You throw every expense into those boogers.
That's Nikki's nickel of the day.
And that'll be a whole, if you need some advice. And
you're a good CPA who knows how to.
But we are both still licensed realtors. So as a side note, you can reach out to either one of us about investment opportunities and how to do that. But just know.
I will be listing a house in Baldwin shortly. That is investment material.
Investment material. Is it going to be a headache investment or an ease investment?
Should be an ease investment.
Ease investment?
Ease investment, yeah.
I like that. Where's Baldwin?
Is that Franklin?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where the casino is.
Yeah.
Sherrington. Well, before. Small
that should be, all right,
rural
that should
area.
That should be good.
Yeah,
if you want to get into investing in real estate, either of us can help you. We're happy to help you.
She has
but
experience.
I'm going to tell you
being a landlord.
I'm going to tell you about the dirt of it, because
yes,
it can be.
I'm like my daughter. I don't like the dirt.
It can be.
I'm not going in there.
I want to. There's a few things. There's some of them I do want to. Every once in a while, I like to go fix something, but it's getting cold. Knock on wood, we don't have a whole bunch of pipe issues. A lot, like I said, I've upgraded to PEX on a lot of them, so I'm hoping.
Hopefully, our cold front that's coming through is going to be short-lived.
And
so,
for those of you that are wondering, cold is I think it's gonna be 43. We're not quite.
We don't have to worry about
quite it
bursting pipes at 43.
Quite, not yet, but it might come.
But 50 is cold for me. I know.
I don't like to be cold. My ideal job, I want to be a summer school teacher and just work in the summer.
What are you going to teach these
hibernate in the winter.
What are you going to teach these kids? Let's dive into that.
First of all, I didn't say anything about teaching kids.
Oh, okay.
I just said.
I think there's a lot of adults that need some lessons, life lessons.
I applied.
Life lessons.
I applied to go.
Is your bra bothering you?
It is. I don't know what the deal is. I got you guys. Sometimes I'm a pill popper, and these pills make me itch. Okay. I have a pinched nerve in my neck, so I took a painkiller, and it's making me itch. But anyway,
it's codeine in it.
Caffeine. Whatever the hell's in it, it's making me itch. What was I talking about?
Summer school teacher.
Yeah, I applied to teach GED courses.
Oh goodness!
So that you know,
you are going to educate these people.
I have a master's degree. I have 2 bachelor's and a master's degree, so I'm not like. It wasn't an unrealistic apply, but I applied because I thought it might be fun, whatever. I was going to go teach at one of the technical colleges, a GED course. Mm-hmm. I did not even get an interview. Obviously, I'm not qualified to teach GED.
I think you're overqualified. Or if there was a writing portion, I have seen your spelling.
Well, they didn't. So I didn't have to. Maybe my resume is spelled wrong.
Maybe
Because I'm not good with words. I'm terrible with words. For somebody that's writing a book, I should rethink that.
No, you're good with words.
Not writing, spelling them, or saying them. I know them. I know the words. I can't say them, spell them, or write them.
Well,
So there's that. I want to teach. So I could teach GD. I could teach English, except I hate to read. I have a master's in English. I could teach English, but I hate to read.
Oh, I love to
So
read.
it's really literature,
Yeah.
but I hate to read. Just don't like to read. You got to sit still.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You need audiobooks.
I don't like that. I want to teach pole dancing.
Well, okay then. We shifted from being a landlord to, she wants to do a job that's fun.
I want to do a job that's fun.
I actually was just watching a TikTok video of this beautiful, tall dancer. You could tell she has dancing experience, except she had on the stripper shoes and she was dancing on a pole, but it was very artistic. And I was amazed at how flexible and how strong she was. And it was beautiful. It was an art form.
There's a pole dance studio right near our house downtown.
Oh,
we should go check it out.
I don't have any upper body strength.
Hold on to that pole. Let's go sign up as beginners. I've been wanting to do it, and if you remember, years ago, I thought about doing it. I have the space. We have the warehouse space.
Yes,
but the insurance was too high.
We wanted to do something else. The ribbons or
the ribbons, but the insurance was too high for the pole. For the pole dancing, but this woman has figured it out. I want to go check her out.
Let's do it.
I want to, but yeah, I think
Who wants to join us?
I think I could teach pole. I am 100% certain I could teach pole dancing.
Right.
I need a little.
Well, after
it's like riding a bike.
After our burlesque show,
it's like riding a bike. You can. It just comes right back to you. I think.
Yeah.
I think we should film our pole dance experience.
Oh, okay.
I'm already training my arms because I'm getting into archery.
2026 was my year to get back in shape and lose some of this menopausal weight.
Pole dancing
fluff that I have gained. So I think that will be an even bigger push for me.
Pole dancing.
I mean, I don't want to look like a whale.
I think we gotta do it in shorts because your pants slide down the side of the.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do it in shorts so you end up bruised on the inside of your knees.
Yeah, I'm okay with bruises.
But it's downtown, so I think we could do pole dancing and then go have a drink.
We can go drink before.
We could go have some tequila and vodka.
Yes. I think we should invite some friends.
Okay, let's do it. We're gonna do it and we're gonna film it and then we're gonna talk about it.
Yes. I think it
live and in action.
I have a couple people in mind I'd like to include in that.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have one drink before. I'm gonna allow you to have one drink before. I'm not gonna have a drink before. You can have one drink before.
Okay.
And then we're gonna,
one drink and I'm
you're gonna have a shot. You can have a shot.
Fun.
And then we're gonna go do the class.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go do a little recap podcast of the cast with vodka and tequila. Who are you inviting?
Amy.
Oh, fun!
Amy would be fun.
Amy would be fun.
I might invite Keegan.
Well, she saw the studio. She wanted to
do very well. She has.
I don't want to invite Keegan because she's gonna make us all look like assholes.
Yes, she's 5'9", 10.
Her legs are 5'9".
Yeah. She's been a dancer her whole life, so I think that
she
has no upper body strength.
Okay, we're gonna invite Keegan, but we're not filming Keegan. Not next to me, anyway.
No, she has to go in the corner.
Not next to me.
In the corner.
Yeah. Amy's gonna be fun.
Amy would be a lot of fun.
Amy, if you're listening to this before we call you, you are officially invited.
And I think Candy should come.
Candy's gonna be the funnest to watch, I think.
Yes. I love my sister, but she is a hoot.
We're not connecting her to a microphone. No.
No.
Yes. Okay, so you guys, we will see you next week. for
Tequila Talks.
and vodka visits.